I don't understand why Trump likes white people so much. He's the color of an Oompa Loompa. The original Oompa Loompas. They were orange. Well, the story came out. I'm paraphrasing, so if you want the more details, get over there to Jesse Dollemore and see his video about this, because this piece is all about what Jesse said. And he said it much longer and with, the names of the people. The DOD, the Department of Defense, has been removing black people's existence and women from all of its websites. I think the first to go was the Tuskegee Airmen. Hey, Athena, shut up. And then firing generals, commanders. If you're black, if you're a woman, if you're a black woman, you're fired. You're fired. You must have been a DEI hire. So they have this list of generals, one-star generals. That are people to be promoted to one-star general, and they started trying to remove the women and the black people from the list. And Pete Hegseth, chief of staff, said to the commander responsible for drawing up this list, President Trump's not going to want to stand next to a black woman at events. Some of these one-star generals will stand next to Trump when he goes to Arlington for his photo ops and shit. It came out and said it. We knew it was racism. We knew it. We knew he was a misogynist. We knew it. I've said it before when he announced that he was coming to New Orleans for the Super Bowl. We used to have these giant letters at the end of each end zone. It said, "End racism." And all of a sudden, they've been there the entire time I've lived in New Orleans, at least. As soon as Trump was coming, they went and removed those words because they didn't want to offend him. Well, if he's not racist, how would that offend him? We all knew. We all knew. You that voted for him, you voted for racism. Yes, you voted for misogyny, or if you don't, that's too big a word for you, sexism. You voted for that. You voted for homophobia, Islamophobia. You voted for the phobias. You voted all for phobias. You're just a bunch of scared little snowflakes. Every one of you that voted for Trump. And meanwhile, the reports have been coming out from the Middle East. Iran just keeps shooting its neighbors, keeps shooting Israel. They clearly have plenty of missiles. They, a week or so back, unleashed a barrage of hypersonic missiles. I didn't know that they had that technology. I thought the only ones I knew about was the U.S. and Russia. Yesterday, the day before, Iran shot down a Tomahawk. I never heard of a Tomahawk being shot down. I thought they were pretty impervious. Usually, you fire it with pinpoint accuracy, hits your target 300 miles away or whatever. They shot one down. And now, in Iraq, they're using these FPV drones. They're probably cheaper than the Shahed drones that are 30 grand. And we're shooting at them with $1 million missiles. And Israel's shooting at them with $10 million missiles. Some math is not going to go well. And with our troops in danger, and with us most likely being lied to about the casualty count, this is where Trump's mind is, if he has a mind anymore.
Right here, this pen is an interesting example. It's the same thing. So this pen is very inexpensive, but it writes well. I like it. But I can't have the pen the way it was. You know what it is. I don't want to give too much publicity, but they do treat me well, Sharpie. So I came here, they have $1,000 pens. And you hand pens out, you're signing and you hand them out, you're handing them to all these people. Sometimes you have 30, 40 people. And they were $1,000 a piece. Beautiful pen, ballpoint. 1,000. It was gold, silver, gorgeous. But I'm handing out to kids that don't even know what they're. What is this, mommy? It's kids. They're getting a pen for $1,000. They have no idea what it is. And I feel guilty because I'm like, I'm by nature, I don't, it's the government. I love the government like I love myself economically. I want to save money. So I'm saying, this is crazy. And it had another problem. They didn't write well. So I take it out. And I saw it, and there's no ink. And I got all you people looking, and you're saying, there must be something wrong with Trump.
Yeah, that's really, really important. I really care about his special Sharpie. He loves the Sharpies. And it's so important to have a solid black Sharpie, because the gray on black, the gray and black, it's just too telling. It's almost like he's, advertising for Sharpie. Probably gets paid. But he got a special pen out of it, and that's important. And of course, later in that, the rest of that meeting, he starts talking about his fucking ballroom again. I left that part out because that just infuriates me when he talks about his ballroom that none of us are ever going to go to. He's destroying the White House and probably will never even get the thing built in the first damn place. Big, beautiful ballroom. And I'm gonna throw this one in here. I ran across this guy today. I left his YouTube handle in there, so you can go watch the full video because it's a lot longer. I didn't want to just take his whole video. I just take a little bit. The basic premise, you get it. There's a graphic behind him explaining it. But this guy here, he's got over 1 million views on his video. He's doing fine. But if you want to subscribe, the thing's down there. This guy knows how fucked we are. And he's going to lay it out for you there.
I think is the most important question of this entire war. Not who is winning, not how many strikes have been launched, not what Trump said yesterday or what Iran threatened today. The most important question is this: can America actually stop this war? Can it negotiate a ceasefire? Can it withdraw? Can it find a way out? And the answer, when you look at it carefully, is deeply unsettling. America is trapped. It is stuck. It cannot go forward and it cannot go back. And today I want to explain exactly why, step by step, in simple, easy to understand English. So let us begin. Part 1. This war has its own momentum. The first thing you need to understand about this war is that once a war like this starts, it develops its own momentum, its own logic. It stops being something that politicians and generals control, and it starts controlling them. Think about Ukraine. That war started in February 2022. And from the very first weeks, both sides knew that a negotiated settlement was possible. Both sides knew that continuing the war was causing enormous damage, enormous suffering, enormous economic cost. And yet, 4 years later, that war is still going, still grinding, still destroying lives and economies on both sides. Why? Because once a war starts, stopping it requires one side to accept something deeply painful, to accept loss, to accept humiliation, to accept terms that feel unbearable. And that is something most governments, most leaders find almost impossible.
So, it's an ego deal. Oh, we're fucked. We're fucked. Trump never admits that he's wrong about anything. He still won't, address the schools that we bombed and all those kids that we killed. Never admits fault. Never apologizes. And Iran seems kind of thick-headed that way too. They got a lot of pride. That's pride fucking with you right there. All right, my dogs are going to keep yapping. So, yeah, we're screwed. Go over, watch that guy's full video. Go over to his channel, check it out. He's got a lot to say, and he's a professor. I don't know if he's a professor of war or what, but he seems to really know his shit and understand how screwed we are. How we are trapped in this endless war that's already seeming like it's going to be worse than Iraq, which we're also at war with too, I guess, now. And all kinds of conflicts breaking out all over the place. They won't call it a world war yet, but a lot of the world is at war. Oh, and the Houthis. The Houthis just jumped in. They've been waiting to activate, and now the, at least the Red Sea, I think it's the Red Sea, they're going to start attacking shipping over there too. So Houthis are jumping in. We've been wondering, waiting for them to do it. We knew they were going to do it eventually because that's what they do. And I forget the strait that's next to their country, but they have a really easy time just firing on our ships. I think they can hit them with an RPG, man. Such a narrow passage. So we're trapped. And this is going to go on a lot longer, and his approval rating is going to go down even further. Michael Carell from the WTH News Network. Hey, thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting. We just got up to we just got past our first 100 on YouTube. Very new channel over here. We're at 184 now. Jumped, doubled overnight. So thank y'all over there. Help us get to 200 on YouTube. Help us get to 22,000 on TikTok, 400 on the other TikTok, and I'm not even really sure where we are on Instagram. I know we got a couple thousand there. And help us get to 500 on Facebook. Thank you. Couldn't do it without you, man. And the more numbers go up, the more free time I'll be able to have, and the more news I will bring you. And like if you're on the podcast places, give us a flag or 5 stars or whatever they got. They all got different rating systems over on the podcast places. But thank y'all for watching, listening, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. And I'm getting ready to go to the No Kings protest.